Let's find some day trades, swing trades, and option trades. Hello, traders. It is May 28th, Thursday. We're 2 hours into trading. Let's see what the market's doing. Not a lot of action going on today. I believe that we're going to see a little bit of a market sell-off during this presentation. You can see how the market ran up. We ran into a compression right here. Bulls wanted to see long green candles closing on their high. They didn't get it. And now we're starting to see that that resistance is forming. Long tail above body. Tried on that breakout, got repelled. Now we're seeing another long red candle. So watch for that breakdown. I would be looking for this uptrend line to be breached. We don't really have a lot coming off of the 10p indicator, so that tells me that the market is going to be pretty choppy today. Not really seeing any big peaks or troughs. Yesterday we had this nice peak here. We had this bearish cross right here. That was a nice short. Had an excellent deep trough here with a bullish cross right in here. Man, did that turn out to be nice. In here, we've got what I call a bullish divergence. The market is compressing while the 10p indicator is dropping. That is a bullish sign. Get another bullish cross right there. Get our next leg higher. Another compression on a 10p drop. Next cross is again bullish. Off to the races. So the 10p indicator is what we use to throttle our trades back and forth and to try and time some of these market reversals. It's the only thing I use to trade the S&P 500, but instead of trading the S&P 500, we trade stocks with relative strength and relative weakness. So let me spend a little bit of time on that. So when you see the market gapping higher like this and you see a bearish cross, that tells you that yes, you could get short. If you're looking to get long, you better hold off, and you better hold off until you get this bullish cross right in here. That will be a better entry point. As you're starting to get this deep trough, if you did short up here, that tells you that you should start taking profits on your short positions. When you get a cross, that doesn't always mean that you want to buy instantly, but what you want to do is you want to draw a downward sloping trend line on an M5 basis, and when you get a breach above that downward sloping trend line, like right in here, and you have that cross, then you want to join it and you want to get long. And so when you have a bearish cross like this, you're waiting for that horizontal breakdown that never comes. That tells you that this is going to be a bullish divergence. When you get that cross right there, it's time to get back in. So that's how we use the 10p indicator, but it would also tell you that in an instance like this where you've got the market stalling out at a high, not able to advance, and you have a bearish cross, good idea to just take some profits on your long positions and go to the sidelines. So this is our governor. This is what tells us what we should be doing on an intraday basis. Right now, we're not seeing a lot of action. I did see this resistance level forming, and that's why I'm favoring the short side right now. I've got a few shorts on, but they are day trades. I don't want to really highlight those because on a longer term basis, we've got the market breaking out through horizontal resistance. We'll put the major moving averages up. We're through the 200-day moving average. We're through the 100-day moving average. In the last 2 days, we had this big gap up through resistance, and then the market sold off hard, and it tested the 100-day moving average, and it was able to recover most of those gains on Tuesday. Wednesday, yesterday, again, we gapped higher above the 200-day moving average. It looked like we were off to the races, and the market pulled back, but eventually it was able to close on its high of the day. Let's put that 5-minute chart up, and you can see the strength that we had after that initial bid check. I believe that any rally that we have, especially opening gaps higher, we're going to test the bid. Buyers want to know constantly how strong that bid is. So they're going to test it. And once they're sure that buyers are still there, then we'll start to see a rally higher. That's what we had yesterday. You can see the strength and the momentum that we gained into the close. We get a gap higher today. Really not a lot going on right now. I might as well show you a couple of shorts that I'm in. I think these are good shorts for today. EXPE, I'm short that. Making a little bit of money on that. You can see how it checked that 100-day moving average and backed off right away. LYB, I'm short that. And you can see here how it's getting below that 100-day moving average. It gapped higher, and now it's able to give back those gains below the 100-day moving average. If it breaks below this support, the open from Tuesday, we've got a good chance to see it fill in that gap. I think that stock also wants to go lower. Banks are pretty weak today, after a big run yesterday. NTRS is one that I'm currently short. You can see how it didn't quite get up to the 100-day moving average, and it's already reversing. We've got a bearish engulfing pattern forming today. That also looks weak. I also noticed WW, Weight Watchers, never quite got to the 100-day moving average. Lots of red candles starting to roll over. Even with all the market strength, this stock is starting to lose steam. So with the market running up so far in the last 2 months, we've got some stocks that are getting a little bit frothy in here. And there are shorting opportunities on an intraday basis. On a swing basis, you must stay long. You have to stay long as long as this uptrend line is intact, which is going to keep moving up, and it'll probably come into these 100-day and 200-day moving averages in the course of the next week. That'll provide multiple support right around that SPY 300 level. The longer we stay above the 200-day moving average, the more firm that support level becomes. So if the next 2, 3, 4 days we close above that 200-day moving average, that will become a bona fide support level. So everything right now points higher, even though I think that stocks are overvalued on a valuation basis. I think that there's going to be some letdown when Q2 earnings come out because every CEO is saying that Q2 is going to be much worse than Q1. Nobody cares. They're focused on the recovery. They're focused on another stimulus package, possibly. They're focused on Fed quantitative easing, and they're focused on a global recovery and central banks around the world printing money and engaging in fiscal stimulus plans as well. So there's a massive safety net under the market right now, and asset managers are erring on the side of being long. They feel that if there is any kind of prolonged recovery, that the Fed and Congress are going to step up to the plate and add liquidity and stimulus to the economy. So that's the momentum right now. We got to follow that. I'm going to start with yesterday's pick I showed you, NKE. And you can see how that stock broke out through the 100-day moving average. Beautiful strength in here. Go to the M5 chart. You can see that yesterday the video was in here. Stock really moved nicely. That was somewhere around the, call it 96.70 level, and excuse me, 98.70 level, and it closed somewhere around $100. So very nice move. You can see continuation today. So that stock is in good shape. I think I also have been highlighting some of the bank stocks, MS in particular. And you can see how the stock did finish strong, but it's pulling back a bit today. It did have a nice gap higher. Once it gave up those gains, though, I would have been a little bit suspicious given that the market was moving higher. You might have taken profits on that sector. Banks don't move a whole lot. When they get strength, they'll move for a day or two, and then they pause for quite a while. So let's go in and take a look at some stocks that might work today. I'm only going to go into one search. That's all I need. And I'm just going to click through. This is my favorite swing trading search. So I'm going to go to a daily chart because we're looking for swing trades. And I'm going to click Pop Bull, which incidentally, anytime that I day trade, I pretty much have to like the stock on a swing trading basis. That's just a rule that I have. If by chance I've got some really nice gains in the stock, I can take partial profits into the close, but I can leave the remaining overnight. And if I get into trouble on the trade, I get maybe a little market curveball that's thrown at me during the day. As long as the stock is holding up well relative to the market, I can weather the storm. I can hold it overnight if I need to. Now, that's not my original intent. Excuse me, for all day trades, I want to be in and out as a day trade, but I at least have the latitude of holding overnight if I want to. So, the advantage is that I know that I have strength on both a longer term basis and I have a really good opportunity on a short term basis if I'm using my technical analysis for my entry points. So let's flip through a few of these. I'm not looking particularly for good option liquidity, but I am looking for particular chart patterns. I like this chart pattern in that the stock has been able to get through horizontal resistance right here. It has plenty of room to the 100-day moving average, so that looks good. Nice little uptrend here, not ahead of itself. FLN, excuse me, FLXN is the symbol. ALXN, nice breakout. Trying to get through this high right here. So far, so good today. Looks really good. SUPN, love this. You can see how the stock is not a big mover. It's only a $25 stock, but it is through this horizontal resistance level. Tails under body, above the 200-day moving average, breaking out through this major horizontal resistance. We'll zoom out, and you can see on a longer term basis, that's a pretty significant horizontal resistance level, and we should start filling in some of this gap from that earnings announcement there. So I like it. I think that stock actually looks pretty good. Nice little stock trade. Jazz is a biotech. Nah, not too interested there. CDAY, really nice breakout through horizontal resistance. You can see the stock is on its high right now. It's above the 100-day moving average, which provided nice support. These are all coming off of a search I call Pop Bull. Very, very good search. Don't like this too much, too gappy, not enough follow through. I mean, it's through this downward sloping trend line right here, but no, I'd avoid that one. GMAB, really nice strength there. SYK, it's a nice compression right in here. Stock is above the 100-day moving average. It's above horizontal resistance. Yes, you could get long this, but I would prefer to see how it does at the 200-day moving average. If it gets through the 200-day moving average, I think you've got more upside to it. I want to put up the 5-minute chart of the SPY so that we can track it in the background here, see what it's doing. And let's keep going down this list. NEE, this is actually really nice. I like that. Look at that horizontal resistance right at the 100-day moving average. You can see the stock poke through the 200-day yesterday. Now it's trading on its high of the day. NEE, Nextera Energy, really like it. This could be the one that I highlight today. And I'll just do a stock trade. It may not be an option play that we have today. If I see something I like, I'll highlight it. SOMO, really good strength there. UL, trying to get through that 100-day moving average right there. PVG, not too interested there. Not too interested there. Nothing too good there. This is interesting, a little bit choppy, but getting through horizontal resistance and bouncing off that 100-day moving average, so I like that. And we're going to continue to go down here, take a look at maybe a couple of more liquid issues. CI, this is nice. Cigna, healthcare, through this horizontal resistance, got the 100-day moving average to lean on. If you can get a decent credit for maybe one of the June normal expiration, sell the 190 put, buy the 187.50 puts if they're available. That may not be a bad trade right there. I like this breakout on CI and the fact that the stock is near the high of the day. That's good. It's got some room to run. And let's see what else we've got here. VAR. VAR is nice. See, it's through the 200-day moving average, through the 100-day moving average. Go on to the M5 chart. You can see nice solid strength during the course of the day. We'll go into stock ER. We'll take a look. You can see that the option liquidity is -6, so not really good enough for an option trade, but a nice stock trade nonetheless. Continue to go down. We've got HD. That looks pretty good. We've got a breakout here. The previous high was at 247. Stock is currently at 251. This is a nice breakout. And let's zoom out real quick. That is a new all-time high for the stock. So that looks pretty dang good. Maybe we'll use something there. We've got a nice upward sloping trend line, but it's pretty dang steep. So it would come into play probably around that 240 level. Let's see if we can find a bullish put spread. As I just quickly look through the rest of the list, I don't see anything that's got any great option liquidity to it. So let's stick with Home Depot and see if we can find a trade there. And I'm going to go off screen and we're going to take a look at the HD options here, and I'm going to put this screen up. These are just some spread trades that we're trying to get off in Swing Trader right now, the weekly swing trading video that we did. And so I'm going to be going down to the Home Depot and I'm going to be looking at those $240 strike price here, see what we can get on that. And 240s by the 237.50s. We're going out a few weeks on this. You can see that there's a 37-cent bid offered 42-cent bid offered at 81. I would like to get at least 50 cents for this spread, and I believe that it's doable. So that puts me down to the 240 strike. Let's see if we can go in just a little bit closer in time. I don't want to be out there for 3 weeks if I don't have to. I'd rather be out there for the June 12th expiration, which is about 2 weeks. And we're going to try and see what we can get on that same expiration cycle. And you can see that those options are actually inverted. That's a negative credit. So those are minus 22-cent bid offered at 162. Actually, I'm sorry. Let me reset this. I'm going to click on that, click on that. And you can see their 15 cents bid offered at 87 cents. Could we get 50 cents for that? It's right in the middle. I'm going to give it a shot for a big one lot just to test. And that trade is open. So I think that might make sense. We've got 2 weeks till expiration. Stock is breaking through to a new all-time high. We have a very strong market tailwind right now. We're above the 200-day, the 100-day. We're above SPY 300. We've been above it for 2 days now. We've got a stock that's making a new all-time high. I think it's got good momentum. So I like selling the 340s, buying the 237.50s, doing that for a 50-cent credit because we've got $2.50 between the strike prices. If I bring in a 50-cent credit, I have to put up $2 for that trade. If I divide 50 cents by $2 that we have to put up for the trade, that represents a 25% return on the margin that I'm putting up. And I'm not reaching for the stock right now. I'm waiting for a little bit of a pullback, and I'm hoping to get filled. Why, Pete? Because I think the market's going to pull back. So I don't want to be chasing anything right now, especially not a stock that's trying to make a new all-time high in here. So I want to wait for a little bit of a pullback on HD, and it can come in a little bit, and as it does so, I might get filled on that spread. That's what I've got for you today. The searches in Option Stalker are fantastic. If you're a swing trader or a day trader, we've got searches for everything in between there. So please give the 2-week trial a chance, and you'll be able to try out the chat room. You'll be able to see us do real-time trades. You'll also have access to the weekly swing trading video and all the searches that are included in Option Stalker, plus the 10P indicator. If you like this content, please give it a thumbs up. Also, remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel and turn on your notifications because you never know when I'm going to release a video, but I promise you they'll all have actionable trades and lots of education. Thanks so much. Look for a quiet trading day today. We need to hold that SPY 300 level for a few more days, and that'll solidify support, and then we may have a chance to drift higher after that. Thanks again. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching this YouTube video. I'm Pete Stolzers, and I'm going to keep the trade ideas coming along with lots of education, so make sure to subscribe to the channel and please turn on your notifications so that you never miss another trade. If you like the content, please give it a thumbs up. I've loaded 2 other videos that I think you're really going to enjoy. Stay tuned. We'll see you soon.